Hey YouTube, welcome back to episode 9 of Elden Ring, the Convergence mod. So, I refought Bernala and Bowles a couple times for some testing, just to see, unlike different talismans, which one worked better. I decided to use Circle Amber, just because this feels like I'm getting more resources so I can just cast my spells more. You know, like Godfrey's Icon was really good. I think this one is the overall damage. And this one does more damage than, say, if I used Firemonk's Filigree and Everburning. This one was really good just for, like, you know, having more cast speed. That was nice, but I feel like right now we want to use that. So, yeah. In terms of stats, I also put some into mind. I need to get my mind to at least 30, vigor to 30, and then I can, you know, maybe like and then start focusing more on faith. So, yeah. Trying to think if I did anything more, but yeah, I did some medial tests off screen. So we're gonna be going through Stormvale Castle. Pretty awesome. I actually like the changes with this one because this makes the dungeon a lot more threatening, and I think it's one of the harder ones for your tier 1 dungeons, which I've been throwing that term around, and that just means like the beginning, some of the beginning legacy dungeons, Ray Lucaria, Castle Morn, Lucaria, Stormvale. So, it's kind of hard to, like, I probably should have gone here earlier since I'm already level 68. But it's like, I also want to be showing you guys stuff. Yeah. Okay. Green arc. We're gonna have some exploding ballistas in this dungeon, and they are so annoying. There's a lot of just explosions, so I'm also gonna have to figure out like when I want to put on the flame drake talisman, and when I want to put something else on. For this one, yeah, that's just really good. And I've been saying that a lot, but you can't go wrong with it. So I did get some Fire Monk weapons, so I got like the mace and the curved greatsword. But the curved greatsword, that's a bit of an investment. I would need about 8 to 13 levels just to use it. And I don't even know if I'm going to use that properly. Just because there are other weapons that I'm interested in. Like I talked about the Sword of the Cyclops. Like, that weapon is really good. So I want to, like, before I start deciding, it's like, okay, I need to, like, level up my strength and dex. I need to see. I need to, like, get, like, my other levels, level up first. What's this? Oh, I don't know. It looked like something. I thought it was like some item. It's like, wait, what? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so Margit does a lot of holy damage, so I'm gonna want to have holy damage negation. 59. It's pretty good. And I probably should close this. Just for that. Let me see. Do I have enough to make the Baldicans? Because otherwise I might just let Fia hug me again. I do. Cool. I can make 5. Awesome. I'm probably also going to change this summon at some point. Bring him along. So, because one of the updates, we got some new custom summons, which is really neat. So yeah, I want to see if there's any like pyromancer themed.
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Dude, Margit is always so cool. The lore around him is spicy. One of my favorite characters too. I like how he's always been trying to defend the Erdtree, even when the Erdtree didn't. Well, they didn't really tolerate it.
Extinguish thy
It's just very interesting to think about, I think.
Let it be Margit the Fell.
Alright. Alright, gotta level up. Of course, can I... Maybe I can now? Just barely. Let's get that up. But yeah, I think part of me like wants to switch back to this one because this one just feels so much better. It feels a little better to use.
Who breached the...
I'll use the main gate.
Fair enough. Well, but of course.
Alrighty. It's open. I'm gonna kill him because I know he steals my runes when I die. Now I died. Okay. So we'll see how badly I die, because those explosive bullets are so annoying. I might actually switch it to daytime too. I felt that sneeze coming that time. I was like, it's coming. I know it. I feel it. I don't think there was anything of value. Horned warrior gauntlets. What do those do? Oh, this is a melee one. Increase all stats by 1. So, okay, so this is a wretched class. So it's like, okay, for level 1 you gain the following effects. Grants 1 vigor, endurance, mind, rhythm of war whenever you perform a non-spell attack or jump. So we're talking about like a jump attack. You gain an effect that increases the damage of your spells by 10%. While it's active, whenever you cast spells, you recover 5% total HP. Okay. You gain an effect that increases the damage of 1%. Yeah, this is a lot. I mean, I'm not even going to be using this, but I'm just curious, like, what this does. And then whenever you cast a spell, you gain an effect that increases the damage of... Hold on. I'm confused here. Okay, so whenever you... Okay, so the Rhythm of War is for, like, your melee, and then and then this effect down here is for your spell casting. So whenever you cast a spell, you gain an effect that increases the damage of your non-spell attacks by 10%. So it seems like they're doing two different... They're kind of like compensating each other, so... Whenever you perform a non-spell attack... So whenever you do a melee... So basically, whenever you do a melee attack, my spells would go by 10%. When I cast a spell, my melee attacks go by 10%. And either I'm recovering 5% FP or 5% HP, depending on which action I'm doing. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I could ever do the Wretch, just because that would be hard for me to manage. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you guys have seen already how I'm like leveling up and everything. It's like, that would be very hard for me to do. Alright, anyway. If I die, okay, I'm doing good so far. goodness. I almost died just from all that nonsense. I can already tell this place is going to be a pain in the ass. Who is shooting at me? Stop. I should have healed. I knew better. I didn't heal. I was stubborn on using some of my other spells. So, that was on me. Because I could have simply healed and I would have been fine. See if I can parry. It's always hard to parry someone with like a long stick. Respectable. Again, where do these guys come from? They're like sneaking around. He's like, oh my gosh. Like even with like against giant enemies, like this one's still. Trying my very hardest to like flame fall upon them, but even with a giant, that spell is still not doing good. And I know they've upped the damage a little bit, so I don't think it's damage. I think that spell is just inherently bad. Like if it had some kind of like crowd control, like after it hits the ground or something. Well, whatever I'm grounding. That would make it a little better. So kind of like what Flame of the Fell God, after it explodes, it has like that burning effect afterwards. If it did something like that, that would be completely fine. So I don't know how to really feel about this spell, and that one's probably gonna be taken off, honestly. But it is cool when you cast it. But I don't know, man. Okay, so we got a banish item. I remember how terrifying these guys are. Was there any people up here that... No, that was in vanilla. Bro. I have no poise. This is insane. Like, there's like no interruption resistance I have. It's... Like, what's my poise at? 44? Maybe I'm just rusty. Because, you know, it's been a while since I was playing Elden Ring. Okay, let's see, what's over... I know there was the... That's originally how you would open the gate if you don't talk to Gas Dog, but... It's fine. Commoner's simple garb. Don't care. At least we got a Grayson here though. Oh, I don't have to keep on. I guess I should get what's ever down here. If I remember, like in base game, it was just like arrow stuff. Yeah. Bastard sword. Bastard sword does seem interesting. Oh, is that a great sword? Yeah, that's a great sword. Let's see. It almost feels like it could be just a light great sword, just because of how slim it looks. I didn't ever show you guys this one, but that's the one, and it does some really cool stuff with the weapon art. Fortunately, you can't feel it. Okay, so that has been locked, or like it's been blocked, so we'll have to go this way. I kind of want to try doing a little bit of melee. And that's been blocked as well. One thing with the buckler shield is, and then this is kind of just a pet peeve of mine, like, yeah, I get some spells with it, but well, not spells, but I get like a good bonus. It's just, it's gonna always go for the buckler parry, and I was like, what if I wanna, oh. So I've been using this one for a while. I think this one has been really saving my skin. Just because there are times like, they're like right on me. And it's like, just having that extra speed really does help. So it seems like, you know, you try to like run, like, I guess over here, and then that guy comes right charging right at you while the other enemies are chasing you. Like, this is a good strat. Okay. Not today. Already out of time. Already at almost at 30 minutes. We'll explore a little bit more, and then we will continue on in episode 10, which I meant to upload. I meant for episode 8 to be uploaded before I went to bed last night, but it was taking too long, and it's like, I need to sleep. And then it took, because it was like almost 50 minutes, which I'm sorry about that. But anyone who watched that episode know I was fighting for my life in Guardian's Garrison. So it's like, it was a lot of gigs. Like, basically I use NVIDIA, so that's also putting a tax on the computer, my PC, for the file size and everything. So it's like already, like, the file size that it had was like close enough to be like, for some games, honestly, it was like 48 gigabytes, which is insane. But it's like, I want to use this stuff, and it's the price I pay for being stuff. So in terms of like the melee options, this sword is really cool. Although the although some of the other weapons, like the Axe of the Fell Prophecy, is amazing. Like, the range on that is crazy, so I might just go ahead and get that off screen next time. That would be a good option. Let's see here. Where do I... Oops. Alright. Cool. Did I have any... I did. Like, this is such a good one. Like, this is probably one of the better ones to use. Cool. Got them all. And it's like, I could see myself still using this one, even at endgame, but, like, this one and that one, like, Flame Surge is going to come off. I don't see myself using that. This one, I've already mentioned how I feel like this spell is very hard for me to use. It eats a lot of FP, because let's take a look here. It's only 18, but it's like... it's just not doing enough damage. Because all the many fireballs are not hitting. Like, watch this. This is not going to work. Work on him. Like, it works somewhat, but it's just, I don't know. It's so hard for me to want to use it. And that's not even also how it's supposed to be used. It's supposed to be used on big enemies, but the big enemies, it doesn't do enough damage for me. Like, the Flame of the Fell God has good synergy. That's good. It's like, they have like this good, like if I use one, I'm gonna use the other. Oh god. I was not expecting that. Okay, okay. Let's see, so that takes me down somewhere. However, I feel like in terms of progression, that's not where I want to go. That looks like progression. a look at. That was like in front of the main gate. Okay. The other problem is like figuring out like which enemy they actually carry if they're like a monster. No, not this. Alrighty. So progression. We got hike. Yeah, so that looks, yeah, that's progression there. Okay, rats. Works. Let's see. Let me get here. Enchanted Remnant. And this one. Godric Graves. Strength, Dex, Endurance. So this looks like a quality for a quality build. So if I don't use a weapon that scales with Into Faith, I get Golden Bulwark. So when I drink a blue flask, you gain an effect that increases your total HP and stamina by 10%, and it will increase the increase the damage of guard counterattacks and thrusting attacks while blocking by 15%. What? So sustainability is increased by 10%, and if I'm basically playing as a knight with guard counters, that damage is increased by 50%. For 1 minute if I use a blue flask. That's pretty busted. Just for like some boots. It's like, yeah, here you go. Here's some extra 50% damage just by wearing this armor. I just can't be using any weapon that scales off of, that requires int or faith. It's cool. Okay. See what's up here. I like getting all my items, even if I'm like, okay, I probably don't need to use it. God, I am such an idiot. If that hit me, I would have died. What? I'm so stupid. He's dead. That's good synergy. There is a spell in my final tier that I get that's similar to Flame of the Fell God, and it is really nasty. I won't say what it is to keep you guys in suspense, but it's really cool. Okay. is everything, I think. I'm just gonna, because there's a grace up here, and then I'm gonna stop it. How are we doing on time? Okay. It's a little better than last episode. I'm trying to keep things under 30 minutes, or like under 30 or under, but it's so hard to do this. Okay, so next time we're gonna go through one of these paths, because there's a lot I could go through here. But until then, Tesla Rising, I will see you in the next part.